Have you been praying, but you still haven't received an answer? Hi, welcome. If you're new, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. Welcome to my corner of the world, my little corner. I have talked to many, many people, myself included, being one of the people that have had this situation, that we pray and we know we're praying correctly. If you know, you know. You're thanking him first. Father, I come to you through your son Jesus Christ. I thank you for all you've done, all you're doing, all you will do. And I humbly come to you because I fill in the blank. And if it's his will, of course, he will answer. Sometimes it's no. Sometimes it's not yet. Wait. And sometimes it is yes. It could be right away. It could be a little bit down the road. It could be far down the road. And mine right now that I'm speaking of here was far down the road. I started praying for my son. He was very little. And I was saying to myself that, well, I wasn't good enough at that time, and I wasn't doing the right thing, and I wasn't walking right, and blah blah blah. And as time went on, I got better. I got better at my prayers. I thought about it more. I dug deeper. I really, really believed it, really wanted it to happen. My heart of hearts. So basically, just maybe adding to it, adding more to it, but putting the time in. Just, I was expecting too, because you're allowed to expect deep in your heart. You want it, but you want his will. So he knows you want it. He already knows what you want or need. So before you even come, you don't even have to you don't even have to say anything. He just wants you to come. So you ask, you say, and you really have the faith. Even if you don't do it, Lord, I have the faith. And you don't know if he's going to do it. You don't know if he's going to do it. We don't know what he's going to do. He could say no. He could say maybe. He could just say, not yet. So I'm praying and praying, and lo and behold, just as from September 10th, 2025, my son came out and crying, come to me crying, and I said, "What?" He's going to be 25 in April. I said, "What's going on?" So I really got to talk to you. I want to come to Christ. How do you do this thing? Because he knows I've been doing it. But he's like, what do I say? So we sat down, and I said, and I said the words, and I said repeat. So I said it. He repeated. I said it. He repeated. Very short. I come to you. I'm a sinner. We're all sinners. We're all born in sin. I come to you. I'm a sinner. Father, I humbly come to you. I come to you through your Son, Jesus Christ. I want to know you. Come into my life. I can't do this without you. I need help. Along those lines. And whatever, you think about it, and then whatever you feel comfortable with. So he says it, repeats me, and then he's quiet for a minute. And I said, "You all right?" And he's like, and he's crying again. And he gets up and he's like hugging me and talking, personal stuff back and forth. And it really was a deep moment. It was such a deep moment. such a strong connection right at that time. And it's Jesus, me, and my son. Holy Spirit, Jesus, God, all of us. And it's his timing. I would have never thought. I would have never thought then. Maybe I'm still thinking I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. How long am I going to wait? And basically, that prayer was answered. And I say these things to encourage. If you're still here, I make these videos to encourage. It might, like this one specifically. Keep praying, keep asking. If it might not be the time, it might, but he knows that you want it. You're coming to him. You're coming to him. He wants you to come to him. You could ask something else. You wait and then you go back to it. But every once in a while, I repeat still. I repeat prayers now still. And all in all, you'll know when you receive that answer. It could be any type of prayer. You're asking for whatever it is. And like in your gut, you feel it in your spirit that, like something just before I started recording this, we got an email. My son got an email and he called me. And he said, such and such. And I'm like, oh my goodness, that's so good. All the little things. There's little blessings, there's big blessings. And all the little ones in between, all the little things. Green lights going to work. Um, you know, you're in a rush and the bank line goes quick, or the drive-through ATM, the drive-through window at the bank, the ATM, whatever, that goes fast. All the little blessings. But when you have an answered prayer, it's for me, it's like I want to get up and dance. I want to call everybody that I know. It's the excitement, and it's hard to explain. It's like this relief, it's been done. And he's changing, and my son he's morphing into what God has wanted, what God has wanted for him and for me and for us, in our relationship, and our plans and his plans and my plans. And we put him first. Side note, we've been putting him first. We do we're in a Bible in a year every morning. Every morning. We're reading that day's readings, and he comes over. He comes over a lot. But he comes over and he's already getting, Mom, are you ready? We're getting it done. But prayer is powerful, especially if two or more people are praying. Like you're in church and you're praying for so and so that's going to have surgery, or you're in your house and you're praying for your spouse or your child, your loved one, grandparent, parent, aunt, uncle, cousin, anyone in your family, and you sit and you're like, let's all get together. All of us put into this. Strength in numbers. But I really hope you've stayed. I really, again, want to encourage. I'm here to encourage. It's really, and the bonus is the perks. The bonus is me getting where I need to be, getting where I want to be, actually where God has me going. I only do this because I started and I was like, okay, I guess, that day was the day and, you know, and it's funny, my son started doing things, his own things. And I'm like, timing. And I had that on a previous video. God's timing. His time is not our time. It's not a clock. He doesn't wear a watch. But and I've talked about different things, and there's going to be different videos coming up with different topics of focus and different we have to really set our priorities. But it's don't give up on prayer. Please do not give up on prayer. That relationship that he wants with each of us, and if you don't know him, like I said, ask, go to him, say, if you don't believe, right? If you don't believe, you're not sure, you're confused. There's so many that I wasn't sure either sometimes. 1998, I didn't get where I am now. I was not there in 98. I didn't you don't get there overnight. I guess you can. Some people might have, you know. But from 1998, I started out and was, learning and this and that. And it's, you just got to keep, and say, help my unbelief. The ones that are confused, don't know, don't understand, lost, have no idea, anything, fill in the blank. Say, God, I, I, I don't understand. Whatever it is, I just talk to him like you talk on the phone. Talk to him like you talk to your friend at work. Just talk to him like he's right there. I always say, like, oh, it feels like he's sitting right on the couch next to me, or just talk to him. God, help me believe. Help me grow my faith. Prove that you're real. Show me. Again, it might take time. It might be instant. You throw it out there. I always look at it like I'm fishing, and I really don't fish. I've fished a few times in my life. I think of it as you're fishing, you're throwing it out there, you're gonna get a bite. You're one you will get a bite. But I with my whole heart, and I pray for everyone. I pray for this whole planet. I pray more and more, actually. And I listen to others, on YouTube, and I don't do much social media searching, but there's things that I watch, things I listen to, and what's going on in the world. For us that have a relationship with Jesus, we know we're not in this world. We know that we're only here for a short time. It's like a vapor. It's like a blink of an eye, time wise, in the time that we don't, not the clock, not the 24 hours in a day. It flies so fast, and that's why, the older we get, the quicker it goes. But what we do now, what we do today, and we focus on priorities and such, and it goes with prayer, and it goes with, I wasn't like this 5, 10 years ago, and I say it over and over. I wasn't here where I am now. I didn't get here immediately. It was process, and it was failure, and it was, redo. It's not really failure. um I look at failure as just a little bump in the road. I got to get better. I have to do better. So it didn't work out that time. I didn't fail. You never fail until you stop trying. And my former manager wrote that, and I have it, and it's on a little rock that was painted. And she wrote that. You never fail until you stop trying. And she's no longer with us, and her name is Shayna Staten. And I worked with her in 2023, and she got murdered Juneteenth, 2023. And I see that because it's right under my other monitor, and I thought of her because they're you make a mistake, you did something wrong. We're not perfect. We're never going to be perfect. But you just get up and try again. As long as you get up, try again. And again, I talk to myself. I get up, I do a little bit better. I do a little bit more, like with my stupid dishes. I've gotten to the point where I can keep the dishes to a minimum. I'll do some, I'll walk away, I'll go do more. It's, I call baby steps. Of course, it's baby steps. You're drinking milk like we do with the bottle with the baby. Then you eat meat. Then you have a full course meal. But you're always wanting more, and he gives you the desire to want more. And if be my guest, you have to rewind. Sometimes I have to watch things more than once. You're really interested, you want to hear it again, you want to write something down, you want to learn more. That's the process. Listening, learning, reading, asking questions, talking. And speaking of questions, ask them in the comments. And if you can do me a favor, and I only say this once and at the end, if you could like this video, please, um, really help me out. But yeah, the comments, put a testimony, put an answered prayer, tell us, tell everyone, tell me, so I can answer you back. And I want to grow this community, so I think we all know that's the best way to do that. I'm grateful that if you listened this far, pick a prayer emoji if you came to the end here. I'm grateful. I appreciate you. Thank you for staying. Thank you for listening. And come back. There's always going to be something new to learn. And I really, really, I want to grow this community. It's just me in my little corner of this planet. I'll see you on the next one. Bye now.